This is a city, and here are all the people that live in it. People of all different colors, ages, wealth, and income, except they all don't live together in the same place. They are separated into different parts of the city based on race, language, and wealth. And those different parts of the city look different. The parts that are wider and wealthier have green spaces, grocery stores, nutritious and organic food, and people have the money to purchase it. But the parts that are poorer and more diverse tend to have industrial sites, heavy diesel polluted ports and highways, and hazardous waste. These things pollute the water. Even if poor neighborhoods have nutritious food, most residents cannot afford it. This is environmental injustice. Zip codes is the most important, powerful predictor of health, and all communities and zip codes are not created equal. In this video, I will be analyzing the Flint water crisis, Michael Jackson's Earth Song music video, and Marvin Gaye's Mercy, Mercy Me music video. When we look at the critical tradition, it examines how power, privilege, and oppression are products of certain forms of communication. In this case, the power and the privilege are in the hands of the people who place these minorities in these communities, and the oppressed are the people who lived in these unhealthy communities. Flint, Michigan is a prime example of environmental injustice. In 2011, the state of Michigan took over Flint's finances, and the city announced that a new pipeline would be built to deliver water from Lake Huron to Flint. In 2014, while the pipeline was under construction, the city turned to the Flint River as a water source. Soon after the switch, residents reported changes in water, color, smell, and taste.
In Flint, Michigan,
100,000 residents have been poisoned with toxic water that are contaminated with high levels of lead. Why? Because the people in power place underprivileged people in hazardous environments. Flint is 57% black, and 40% of those individuals live in poverty. Minority communities have much less political support, so legislators ignore them. After 5 years of the crisis, the Flint water issue has still not been resolved. Even though this major crisis is still going on, we rarely see it in the news. This is a form of agenda setting. The media doesn't tell us what to think, but tells us what to think about. And because the Flint water crisis is not a main priority on the news list, they do not discuss it anymore because it is not affecting communities with power. Agenda setting is important because the control over the agenda in the media means control over outcomes. If we continually see that Flint water is put in the media, then people in positions of power are forced to provide solutions to the problem. In Louisiana, there's a place called the Cancer Alley. It is an 85-mile stretch along the Mississippi River and is known for its over 200 petrochemical plants and higher rates of cancer, mainly among black residents. People do not have the financial ability to get up and go and move to a better place. But environmental injustice is not only affecting communities of color, but is affecting the well-being of planet Earth as well. We call this climate change. Even though we do not have a president who believes in the term, it is true.
Because he has said it.
So Obama's talking about all of this with the global warming and that, and a lot of it's a hoax. It's a hoax. I mean, it's a money-making industry, okay? It's a hoax.
In Michael Jackson's Earth Song video, we see examples of environmental injustice and climate change, which is hurting planet Earth. The video discusses destruction of Earth by human beings. We see Native Americans being pushed out of their homes due to construction within their area. These images of Native Americans is also an example of representations in the media. Oftentimes, we think of Native Americans or see them in the media, we often get the idea that they are always being pushed out of their homeland and are vulnerable people. We also see them half naked and look like savages. Native Americans being pushed out of their home has been going on for many years, and because people like Native Americans cannot defend themselves, big corporations continue to tear down their homes for land. In the beginning of the video, we also see the Amazon rainforest with many trees and life forms, but it takes a quick turn to a tractor destroying the trees in the Amazon rainforest being burned down. We also see animals within the Sahara Desert being killed and destroying its residents' pastoralism way of life. After the destruction of their homes, you see massive areas of deforestation and droughts, which forces these people to migrate somewhere else. Marvin Gaye's Mercy, Mercy Me video is about the environment and how mankind is sadly destroying it. The song's profound lyrics mention the blue skies vanishing, oil spilling on the oceans, and destroying aquatic life. Radiation is killing animals, and the overcrowdedness of Earth is becoming a hazard. He He concludes by asking how much more abuse can Mother Earth stand. Race is the determining role in environmental policies regarding land use, zoning, and regulations. As a result, minorities and low-income communities are more likely to live in hazardous areas. These hazardous areas result in climate change and the destruction of Earth. The Flint water crisis, Michael Jackson's Earth Song video, and Marvin Gaye's Mercy Mercy Me music video are just a few examples of environmental injustice and climate change. When will people in positions of power recognize how they are oppressing other communities?